Welcome into Season 2, Episode 5 of Project Blackbird, where I'm restoring my grandfather's 1989 Pontiac Firebird. And in the last episode, we left in defeat. In fact, I ended up making it worse. Yeah, the distributor cap's not going back on. I stripped out the threading, I think. But I have a temporary fix for that to hopefully diagnose this car and get it running correctly. Because I want to move on, because I want to start other restorations. I'm tired of working on this engine. All right, it's time for a temporary fix. Hopefully this works enough to at least get the car started. All right, let's see if I can show you what's going on in there. All right, there it is, that little plate. Yeah, that hole, I'm gonna wrap some copper wire around it, and hopefully that'll be good enough to get it going as a temporary fix. So yeah, I was looking for a temporary band-aid solution for this problem, and that was to take some copper wire and thread it through the hole, loop it around the hole, and that way I can thread in a screw and it will be like friction tight. Spoiler alert, it did work actually, but I ended up abandoning it because I was screwing in the other side of the cap and it got stripped out. I don't know why this metal for this distributor cap is so weak, but it is. So I abandoned it and just zip tied it all together. That was harder than I expected. I had to like literally climb in the engine. Look at this, none of these mats. Oh, hopefully I didn't break anything. I don't think so, but I got it. I'm pretty confident that those zip ties aren't going to interfere with anything. Now I just have to trim the zip ties down and then install the plug wires. Now I should be able to finally start this up and see what happens. All right, wire time. Even though these ones are only a couple of years old that are in the Firebird right now, but just replacing stuff, narrow down, eliminate any possibilities. So yeah, firing order. Passenger side front is number 1, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So odds on the left, evens on the right, aka driver's side on the right, passenger side on the left. Let's put them in.
A few moments later.
All right, everything's in. Spark plugs replaced, properly gapped, brand new wires, and now I know for sure the distributor cap is on secure. Because when I was taking it off, the screws were kind of loose. I barely had to pull that thing off. Maybe that was what was wrong with it. Maybe it was just loose. But I know now it's like on there really tight. So I'm gonna hook up the battery again. Hopefully that has enough juice on it that I don't have to lug out that battery jumper. Because I did let it charge yesterday for a little bit. And then we'll start this up and see what happens. Moment of truth. It started. That stupid buzzer. It's my seatbelt thing. Oh yeah, it's running awful. Oh no. It's running not great. Chug-a-lugging. But it did start right up. Well, now it's running a little smoother. Maybe it seems to warm up. I'll let it run for a couple minutes, see what happens. All right, I've let it warm up for a while. 10, 15 minutes maybe? Yeah, maybe about 10 minutes. And it just started to rev itself up a little bit. Oh, it's choking out now. I can't even touch the gas. Ooh, it's idling really high. It's at like 1500. Yeah, that's really high. It's supposed to be around 1000. If I just kind of give it gas, it tries to die. It chokes out. So if I just give it a little gas. I don't know. But it's not shaking anymore. That stopped. But it is at a higher RPM. It's slowly creeping up. It's at like 1800 now. Ooh, and if I touch the gas, it tries to, like chokes out. Maybe it's air mixture. Maybe I got like a leak, like a vacuum leak or something. All right, I'm going to attempt to move this to the backyard of my parents' place. Let's see if it makes it. It is more responsive than it has been, actually. Interesting. It's actually running really good. Well, better than it has been. It's hard to do one-handed. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I actually have power now too. Interesting, but it's not running right. It's not idling right, but I have more power than I've ever had. I'm gonna stop and see if it dies. Ooh, it's trying to die. Ooh, it's staying alive though. Ooh, this is promising. This is promising. All right, I'm gonna drive around the yard and see how it does. But I have power. Like, I had to give it so much gas before. I don't have to give it hardly any to go, but it's not idling. Oh, this is awesome. I'm in first gear, no problem driving this around. This is much better than it's ever been in the last year. This was not a total loss. I'm afraid to take it on the main road though. Well, I guess I could take it up the street. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's choking out. It died. That was probably my fault. I might have killed it. Ooh, now it's not gonna start. This is the problem I ran into when I picked the car up. Well, I'm gonna let it cool down. Well, here we are. It wasn't a total loss. It wasn't a complete failure. It is improved. I have more power. Takes less gas and RPM to actually get it rolling. That's something. But I wonder why it won't start now. I wish I knew more about cars.
1 hour later.
Let's see if I can start it up and move it back over there to the car junkyard. Let's see if she starts. Perfect-ish. Enough to get me over where it needs to be parked. Yeah, I'm at low RPM too, and I'm able to move. Yeah, I've got power. This is awesome. Got a freaking seatbelt thing. The next thing I have to fix. Yeah. It's still not running good though. But it's a start. Well, shoot. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's sort of fixed. There is a slight improvement, so I'm going to take it as a win, but it's back to the drawing board as to what's wrong with it. Maybe it's injectors. I don't know.
Much later.
I don't know if this is it, but I may have narrowed it down to what it was. I've said that probably a few times, but take a look. There's the radiator, right? It blew up on this side catastrophically, right? Exploded. This is the air filter. This thing, it is a evaporation canister, and it does like a couple different things. And through some research, somebody had to replace this part. This, I think, is a solenoid, because theirs went bad, and some of the issues I'm having, they had as well. Not all of them, but some of them. I'm wondering if it's just this thing. I was gonna get like a vacuum tester. I was gonna hook it up to this and see if I have some type of vacuum leak. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Maybe it's that. It's pretty dang nasty. But it's hard to tell inside. I'm not sure. I mean, it has some gunk in there, but not like a lot. It's hard to tell. I think I'm just going to replace it just to narrow it down. That wasn't the issue. All right. I may have figured it out. Maybe. And it'll be a $25 attempt. I'm going to do it. There's a sensor inside the air, like, filter area. It's like a temperature or something or other. It regulates a few things that might be causing the problem. So I'm gonna pull this one and then go get another one, which I found some locally. There's one in Portland, which it's like $35. I found one in Vancouver, which is where I live. Don't have to sit in some rush hour traffic. And it's $10 cheaper. So let's see what happens. And if you remember, I've replaced this and I even looked at that. And I can't remember if there's any footage, but there was coolant in here. It got wet. There's a chance that this could have fried out somehow. If this is actually the problem, I'll be really happy, but also really pissed off because this all came out in like 4 seconds. And I've been at this for like a year and a half. I have a feeling this is the problem, just because it wants to be a pain in the ass to get off. I can't get it's like rusted on. So that means this is the problem. That's the luck with this car. So I'm obviously being sarcastic. I have to figure it out how to get this off. I got penetrating oil on there, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. The funny thing is, I wasn't planning on even working on it today. I was just gonna like inspect some wires and like vacuum hoses and things. So I didn't bring like my main camera setup. Woo! That is rusted. Yeah, old man had to come out and show me how it's done. And yeah, he got it off in like 4.2 seconds. The old man wanted to show me how it's done. Props to you, Dad. No, I went and asked for help. I couldn't figure it out. And then while I'm doing this, I was thinking of that episode of Big Bang Theory. I was like, maybe we should get some heat. And then, yeah, here we are. Either way, I got it. Now I get to go buy the replacement. And then hope that's it. I've replaced so much stuff on this car. It's like, what else could there be? I basically have a brand new engine at this point. Yeah, so it turns out I do have to go sit in traffic because the store I thought had it didn't. Will this be the fix? Gosh, I hope so. Now we get to sit in like 45-minute rush hour traffic. Ugh.
Much later.
Alrighty, we're plugging her in. Oh, come on. Ugh. Be the problem and the solution. I will let you determine the results based on this clip. Another disappointing day. As the sun sets. I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, defeat. So enjoy these clips of when it did work and when I did get to drive it, while I tell you that I'm throwing in the towel and make an appointment to take it back to the mechanic. Just give me a diagnosis to see if I'm even able to fix it myself or have them do it. And you are never, ever going to believe what they tell me next. So be sure to tune in to the next episode of Project Blackbird.